at that particular time of the year, and had taken all necessary precaution. We were steaming that night at a good 22 knots. At 10 o'clock, I was relieved as officer of the watch by Murdoch, W.M. Murdoch. Of course, he knew nothing of the death trap lying ahead of us, any more than I did. And so, 5 bells, 6 bells, and 7 bells went by. But barely 10 minutes had passed after the sound of the last bell when there were 3 sharp clangs on the crow's nest bell, followed by a cry from the lookout cage, "Ice right ahead, sir." Murdoch evidently saw the massive ice practically at the same time as the lookout men, and shouted, "Hard a starboard, full speed astern." Her bow swung a bit, but not enough, and she struck. She took the blow along her starboard side, masses of ice actually falling on the foredeck.
Should be coming up on it now.
What's with the patches of damage on the deck? I thought it would all deteriorate at the same rate.
Those sections are deteriorating faster because of visitors to the site. Some people land their subs on deck, making it deteriorate faster.
Isn't conservation of this site meant to be important?
It is.
I'm at the staircase, descending to D-deck now.
No one lands on the wreck now.
Oh wait, aren't the subs supposed to be neutrally buoyant?
They are, but the scratching of the surface is what causes fast deterioration, not the weight. It's better to just not touch anything.
I'm gonna need the ROV. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull this thing up a bit and back a bit.
Right, I'm at D-deck.
Great. The area in front of you is the reception area. Head forward and you'll find a grand piano on the port side.
Is that what I'm photographing?
Yeah, An American historian is writing about the Titanic's musicians and wants a clear photograph of the piano.
I can't believe this survived.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Like something out of a film.
I think this is the first room Henderson would have seen when he boarded.
Did you want to take a minute to look around?
Yeah, can I?
Of course. The next task is the recovery in the Turkish baths. So head down the grand staircase when you're finished here.
Yeah, I'm being completely serious. Like, I've actually been independently, like, learning about the Titanic throughout my entire life. That's why, with Black Ops 4 Zombies, when I heard about Voyage of Despair. I actually, I actually got really excited. And I actually really like the soundtrack that they used for this game. Just listen to this music. It's just so amazing. When I saw this game on the freaking store, I just said, "Yep, screw it. I'm buying it." Because, yeah, like I said, I've been researching it my entire life. You really have no idea how much I feel like a kid in a candy store right now.
Alright, I'm ready. Turkish baths are at the bottom of the staircase, right?
Yep, straight down and off to starboard.
I feel stupid. She said starboard, and I went port. Where am I? I'm talking like in my room.
I'm in the baths now. I can see the ROV here pinned under a pipe.
Great. You'll need to get into position and attach the flotation bag to the pipe. The flotation bag is in the Predator's storage compartment.
Done.
Okay. Last step is to activate the tank, and it should fill the bag. You can activate it from the inventory.
Hey, it's working. The pipe is lifting.
Great. When the pipe's completely lifted, you can attach your hook and drag the ROV out of here.
Right. Ah, I think the motor failed. My arm's not responding.
Is everything else okay? Is the line attached?
Yeah, everything else is operational, and the line's still connected.
Okay, we'll fix the arm when you're back on the surface, but for now you'll have to be extra cautious. You need to drag the ROV back out to the ground staircase. The extra weight is going to make your controls tricky.
Oh, you're not wrong there. Predator's really struggling. I'll need to use my other arm until we get this damaged one replaced. This is going to be difficult.
Just take it nice and slow.
Am I towing this thing all the way back to the sub?
No, we've an easier way to get out of the wreck. Let me know when you're at the staircase.
I'm almost to the staircase.
I'm at the staircase again.
The next step is to attach a tracker to the ROV.
Why'd I just do that?
Okay. Now what?
Now remove the hook and let it float straight up to the surface. The other diving team will be able to track it and pick it up.
Well, there she goes. Should I follow it up?
No, we aren't finished down here yet.
What's left to do?
We need to collect the gear we left in the Turkish baths.
The flotation gear?
Yeah, it's too expensive to leave down here. You need to deflate the balloon and remove it from the pipe.
All done. I'm heading back up.
Great, see you soon. I'll get the lab ready to repair Predator.
Well, that was fun.
Looks like the motor went.
Yeah, we're lucky it's easy to replace. Hey, Gillian.
How are you doing?
As well as can be expected, I guess.
How did you go with the dive teams? Did you find anything?
Not really. I contacted them and looked over the areas of the debris field that they've mapped using cameras. The images are highly detailed, but I couldn't see anything interesting there. They've suggested we consider mapping out an unexplored area.
Well, we could take on that contract for you if you want. Our submersible is capable. It's already fitted with sonar and cameras.
And we haven't found anything else related to Henderson inside the ship. I think we should start looking outside the bow.
Yes, I agree. We may get lucky and find William.
And even if we don't, we'll still be contributing to research of the ship and her passengers.
Do you have the coordinates for the area they want us to check?
Yes, I'll send them through. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm going to the Titanic convention in Southampton tomorrow.
Oh, great. Getting some research done.
Hopefully. It's a good opportunity to meet some of the other relatives of passengers and hear their stories. There's also a demo for a Titanic computer game being shown. Apparently, it's been in development for almost 10 years, but the developers are saying it'll be released soon.
It better be. I backed it on Funster years ago.
Let us know how it goes. I'd love to hear some stories about Henderson.
I suppose we should prepare for the next dive then.
We've got a lot to do before we head out. Thanks for the update, Jillian.
Not a problem. Let me know how you get on tomorrow.
Will do. Talk later. I suppose I better fix that arm.
Shouldn't take you too long. There's a replacement one on the table.
All done. See you tomorrow.
See you then.
Well, that was easy. Yeah, nice educational game. This is fun. Yeah, I've seriously spent about...
Radio check.
Crystal clear, Dr. Lynch.
Alright, let's get this scanning started.
I've marked the starting point on your map.
So, what's the process exactly?
Well, it can be a little repetitive, but takes a fair bit of skill. Basically, you need to mow the lawn with your sub.
Mow the lawn? What?
What the fuck?
You need to scan up and down the area following a strict pattern, making sure you cover the entire area. The data you collect doing this will allow us to create a 3D detailed map of the area, and this will help researchers identify items amongst the debris field.
Right, so if I don't follow the lines perfectly, I risk missing a bit?
Yeah, pretty much. The submersible you're in is already fitted with both sonar and optical equipment for this exact purpose. If we can't make a full mosaic from the images you collect, the blame is kind of on you and your piloting skills.
No pressure, then.
Hey, as long as there are no stop signs.
Standing on the steerage, third class they call it, and then we couldn't get up to second. And of course, then there was one man with us, and he was our guardian angel, and he said, "For God's sake, let the women up." So at that, I got up.
And then you
second.
And then you got into a lifeboat.
No, then I had to go to first cabin. Lifeboats were only going from first cabin. So there was a man on the second deck, and he asked me to go on his shoulder, and I climbed over, and then I think it was the last boat that was going out.
Did you take
They didn't want to let me on because there was too many on the boat already.
But you got into the boat.
But I said to the man I'd like to go with my sister because there was a neighbor with me, and I thought he'd feel it. Because I didn't want to lose the crowd. I didn't really think it was any danger, but I thought I'd miss them in the dark, you know, it's very dark.
Did you see the ship sink?
Oh, yes. I was looking at it sinking when we were in the lifeboat, because we're in the lifeboats for 9 hours.
And then which ship rescued you?
Carpathia. Carpathia picked us up then nearly in the morning, about 9 o'clock. So.
No, a while back I was actually trying to see if Bloodstone wanted to use my VR.
Here we are.
Great. I'm just updating your map with the new path for scanning. You'll need to try and follow the lines as well as you can. If you go off track, try to get back on and keep going.
Will do.
And remember to keep your eyes peeled for anything relating to Henderson.
What exactly should I be looking for?
His Bible, a pocket watch with his initials, his coat, shoes, anything that might have survived.
Right.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Of course, I'm the one that has to do this shit. You can tell us that a pistol, a boot, or a condom. That's not a condom. I'm good at this. I am a terrible person. I am terrible at research. One look at my grades will tell you that. If I did this correctly, this should be the entire area.
All done. I didn't see anything jumping out at me, though.
Yeah, that's okay. We can double check the images when you get back up here. They're coming through now. Hopefully something will pop up. Next up is to place a hydrophone. I've marked the location on your map.
I'll head over there now.
Yeah, seriously, this game is actually a lot of fun.
Sorry, but I'm not familiar with this kind of task. What's a hydrophone?
Underwater microphone. They're used to record underwater vibrations, like animal sounds and seismic activity.
Why has NCPA asked us to set up... Okay, you'll need to dispatch Predator and use the arms to place the hydrophone. It's in the storage compartment.
Alright.
What's with the center casing?
Well, that's all the batteries and computers needed to run the hydrophone and record the data. In a couple of years, they'll organize it to be collected again so they can study the recordings.
That's amazing. Do you need to activate anything?
Nope, it's all set up. Right, what's next then?
Our final contract for today is from a Lebanese society. They want to see detailed images of the funnels. I have the coordinates. I'll mark them on your map.
Another easy contract.
It pays the bills.
I'll head there now. I didn't realize there was a Lebanese Titanic society. Were there many Lebanese on board?
Oh yeah, there was a large Arabic community on board. Over 100 migrants from Lebanon, Syria and Egypt. Unfortunately, most Arabic names were anglicized on the passenger list, leading to confusion when reporting which people died or survived.
It must have been scary for those passengers who didn't speak English. They couldn't have known what was happening.
You say that like it wasn't scary for the people that did speak English. Keep in mind, they were on an unsinkable ship, and it fucking sunk. Who wouldn't be scared in that situation? The balls is this? Oh! I see what it is. I'm gonna need a photograph of it, so here we go. Predator out.
All done.
Great. They'll be happy with those images.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all for today. You're free to explore or head up to the surface.
I think I'll explore a little.
Just wanted to take a screenshot of it, so I could save that on my system. I bet you that's Ashy Buddies just bouncing around outside of my door. Keep in mind, I'm not scared. This game isn't that scary, let's be honest. I wasn't done exploring. I want to see if I can actually go in there. If so, how far? Apparently I can't go any further in there. Which sucks. Screw it. We're turning on autopilot. We're heading back to the surface. Tell you, this is actually a lot of fun.
Oh hey, come check this out.
Wow, that worked out great.
You aced piloting Sedna. This mosaic has come together really well. I've started going through the images, but haven't found anything so far resembling Henderson's items.
That's a shame. How long will it take to go through all the images?
I think I can have them all done tomorrow evening. I really hope we find something.
Yeah, me too.
Hello, Ethan. Jean.
Howdy.
Did you manage today?
Hi, Jillian.
I think we did well. We've scanned the area and I've started processing the images.
Oh, wonderful news. When do you think they'll be done?
I'd say tomorrow evening. How did the convention go?
It was marvelous. So many people came, and I got to hear a huge range of stories. I'll definitely be attending the next one.
Did you hear anything about Henderson?
Yes, actually. One lady in particular said her grandmother, Anne, was a survivor and spoke of the accident regularly. She remembers Anne talking about the kindness of a Scottish gent who helped families board lifeboats on the starboard side. Apparently, once he learned teenage boys were being banned from boats on the port side of the ship, he went up and down the boat deck telling them to try on the other side.
Sounds like Henderson. How did she know it was him and not another passenger?
He was well known in business circles, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, Anne didn't realize who it was at the time, but her mother did. Years later, she found letters her mother had written to friends about the kindness of William Henderson and other men who helped passengers. She was thankful that he thought it important to keep families together.
That's an impressive story. Does her family still have the letter?
Yes, but she didn't bring it with her. She'll email me through a copy when she can.
It'd be a great thing to include in the biography.
I'd love to accompany it with an image of his final resting place. I hope we'll spot something in these scanned images.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Do you have a plan if we don't find anything in the images?
We'd be at another dead end. I suppose we could select another area and rescan, but I don't wish to keep doing that. My funding can only go so far, and I fear the search would need to be shelved.
That's all right. We understand.
I'd love for us to find him, but if we don't have evidence to follow...
We'll keep searching the debris field and let you know if we find something. You never know, we might find a new lead tomorrow.
I hope so. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for another lead here.
We'll talk again tomorrow evening.
Speak to you then.
So, what's our itinerary for tomorrow's dive?
Just one contract job for tomorrow, but it's an interesting one. You'll be assisting Mr. Ocean to film his documentary on the wreck.
Mr. Ocean, as in the big shot Hollywood director Eddie Ocean.
That's the one. He's requested you help light up the wreck with your sub, while he films from another sub. He'll be communicating with you directly through the radio.
Wow, this will be great.
It'll be an experience for sure, but he's known to have a bit of a temper, so you'll need to make sure you're fast and efficient.
Right. Will you be helping me?
No, unfortunately. I'll be spending the entire day here in the lab, searching through the images. You're on your own for this one.
Anyone else there?
Ocean has 2 historians in the sub with him, but they won't be much help to you. They're just there to assist him. Mr. Ocean has kindly provided us with new wide beam lights. Should give you good coverage, and you can use your normal lights for spotlight work.
I just took the battery out. How is this going to work? I just screwed us over, didn't I?
Radio check, Wilson.
All clear, Dr. Lynch. I think you're set. Just remember to only turn on your wide beam lights when you are directed to by Mr.
Can't
Ocean.
I leave them on all the time?
No, they'll drain your battery faster.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
You'll need to change over to channel 95 to speak with Mr. Ocean. His call sign is Ocean 1.
Great. Thanks, Gene. I'll talk to you later.
And where is the radio? ROV, no.
That was around the time I won my first Academy Award. Well, I've won a fair few since then.
Yes, very interesting. I'd just like to thank you again for having us here. We're big fans of your work.
I know, son.
Ocean 1, this is Sedna.
Sedna, this is Ocean 1. Welcome to my palace.
Good to be here.
Dr. Lynch, I have my right-hand men here, Harold Walsh and Sean Jones. Say hi to the doctor, boys.
Hello there. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Alrighty, down to business. We're filming sections of the bow today for my upcoming film. It's an educational documentary showing how much I've learned about the ship. And of course, it'll also be a great follow-up to my award-winning film. I'm guessing you've seen it?
Yeah, a while ago.
Of course you have. It's everyone's favorite. I'll be directing and filming from my sub while you'll provide extra lighting.
Right.
We've 6 locations to get through today, so we'd better get moving. First up is a shot of the bow. Get into position. Oh, and make sure all other transceivers are off. I'm a patient man, but I won't stand for interruptions.
Yeah, sure.
The bow is a great place to start, Mr. Ocean. So many interesting things located here. The anchors, the ship's name, the iceberg damage. What part will we be filming first, Mr. Ocean?
A panning shot of the stem, finishing where John and Daisy stood in my film.
I didn't realize John and Daisy were based on real people.
Oh, they're not, but it's such a poignant shot for my film, I just have to recreate it. The fans will...
Wouldn't it be more educational to show areas with real history?
Ah, Walsh, we will. But I want to start by filming the most important location.
Oh my god! John and Daisy!
Reminding people about the tragedy of the ship to capture
The scene with John and Daisy. Very emotional.
Of course it was.
Yes, it was.
It was a visual masterpiece, and this documentary will be even better.
This motherfucker literally just said John and Daisy. And he is referencing that scene from the 1997 Titanic movie with Jack and Rose. Yeah, this is a... I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm gonna try not to, I'm definitely gonna try not to swear in...
Lynch, turn on your wide beam lights. I want it bright. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Your lights at that angle are perfect. I'm a genius. You might be asking yourself, how does Eddie Ocean come up with these brilliant ideas? These great shots? And it all comes down to one thing. Research?
Experience?
Imagination. That's all you need. Imagination.
And funding?
Well, our Obviously, cash is important too, but it's mainly imagination. Ah! Don't blind me! Turn off your lights! Do you even know what you're doing?
Sorry, yeah. Where to now?
To the port side anchor. Hurry up!
The port anchor is an excellent choice for footage.
Well, of course it is. That's why I'm heading there.
Did you know there were a total of 5 anchors on board Titanic?
5?
Yes, 3 at the bow and the 2 kedge anchors. One on the starboard forecastle deck and the other next to the stern flagpole.
Fascinating.
All right, here we are. Get into position. I don't have all day.
We're at the bottom of the fucking Atlantic. We are at the bottom of the North fucking Atlantic. We don't even know if it's day or not.
Light it up! Now, Lynch!
So, Harold and Sean, what brings you to the wreck?
We're mainly here to assist Mr. Ocean in this expedition. We're producers on this documentary, but we also wanted to see the wreck for ourselves. We've been fans of the Titanic for a long, long time. And fans of Mr. Ocean, of course.
Cut the chatter! There's an artist at work. Done! Next is...
No, there's not. It's you, you idiot.
That brass bed.
Margaret Brown, Mr. Ocean. She was never known as Mom.
Whatever, Walsh. I don't care.
Sorry, where are we heading?
To B-deck, of course.
But wasn't her room on E-deck? Her
It was.
The Newport Herald said.
I don't care what her account said. I have the camera, and I say it was this room. Lynch.
God, you're stupid! It was E-deck!
Where do you want me?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe there in front of the window? Get in there! Nice and close.
The unsinkable Molly Brown was on E-deck. Keep in mind, I've been researching this myself for almost 20 years now. If anyone knows this, it's me. Oh, if anyone knows for sure, it would be Molly Brown.
No brass bed here. Well, that's all right. We can work around it.
I'm telling you, it's on E-deck.
No, no, no.
Numbnuts.
What are you doing? You're in the shot.
I haven't moved. I'm in the same spot.
I'm surrounded by incompetence. You realize who I am, right? We'll have to shoot it again. Move back, and make sure you keep out of the shot.
Sorry. Yeah.
Alright, he's starting to piss me off, so... You know what? No lights for you. So much for,
You see, that wasn't too hard, was it? If you focus, you can actually learn something about filmmaking. Next up is the...
I don't care about filmmaking, though.
Tub and bedroom. Get over there. We're going to cover... Just make sure you keep out of the shot.
Give you a choice of fresh or salt water, hot or cold.
Salt water?
It was considered therapeutic at the time, although most wealthy people only washed once a week.
Have you seen it before?
Well, I've seen pictures.
I'll tell you what's therapeutic. Diving, especially at this site. I love to come here and relax while filming. It's so calm and peaceful.
I can only imagine.
All right, positioning, lights, come on.
Honestly, I'd love to see a sub implode, but I like the two guys that are actually, yep. On here, like on his sub with him. And if I can get them on my sub instead of his, without their bodies imploding because of the pressure.
We're going to cover both the bathroom and bedroom. Just make sure you keep out of the shot.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. The angle's great. And now, the bedroom. What? No, I can't talk. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. Do you know how unprofessional this is? To contact me in the middle of a shoot? Yeah? Well, you should have known my transceiver was left on. I can't be expected to do everything around here. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll keep going. They can fix it in post. Lights off. The Davids is up next. Get over to the marker.
Which David are we filming, Mr. Ocean?
David number 1.
The one First Officer Murdoch last operated.
Where do you want me placed?
Above, pointing your lights down. on, lights, light! Yes, that's the way, Lynch. Shine down like the heavens. You don't have much experience diving, do you, Lynch?
Well, this is my first expedition here, but I've
I
dived.
expected as much, judging by your piloting skills. All right, now get down onto the side of it. I want to see lights coming across, casting shadows.
Keep in mind, this is only the second episode of the series. What are you talking about? Of course I'm still figuring this out. Then again, I did make 11 episodes of, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, and I still can't figure out how to drive that goddamn car.
No, that's not quite right. My angle's off. I need to get a bit lower.
Mr. Ocean, you should maybe... It's not good for the decks, you see.
I'm the experienced diver here. I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
Making the wreck.
I'll park where I damn well please.
Stephen never speaks to us like this.
Oh my god! Shade thrown!
Pick up the pace, Lynch. I'm a busy man. I want another downward lighting shot. This time for the GSC.
The GSC? What's that?
The grand staircase. Keep up. You'll notice that this wrecked staircase doesn't look anything like the one in my film. It's because the original staircase broke up and floated out of the ship as it sank.
Yeah, your recreation looked pretty accurate.
Yeah, I personally oversaw the whole project. I like to be involved in everything, you know. It's a hard job, but the art is worth the effort.
Yeah, I think...
Of course, it couldn't have been done without my team. They helped a lot with the actual production of the film, but it was my guidance that got us there. I think that's why I won so many awards for that film. Guess how many?
Guess how many awards?
Yeah, go on. How many awards did I win?
Well, maybe...
20!
Yeah.
Can you believe it? 20 awards for that single film. And I'm expecting more for this documentary. I'm revolutionizing the film industry and just being here. Get into position and hurry up with those lights.
Okay, my bad.
Are you trying to kill me? When I said I wanted to return to the wreck, I didn't mean permanently.
Hey. Yes, I am trying to kill you. If you can't murder someone in a game, is the game really worth playing? Turn on the high beams. No, I don't think I will. Why don't you suck on this?
Did you see that? That damn fish ruined my shot. I'll have to reset and start again.
But Mr. Ocean, that's the ghost fish. It's rare to capture it on film. Surely you know about the ghost fish.
Of course I know about the ghost fish, Walsh.
Are you going to follow it?
No, I can't. My sub's too big to navigate down there. Even with my piloting skills, I can't get close enough with a camera.
I gotcha.
I can try getting near it with my ROV.
Don't be ridiculous. If I can't get close, you'd have no hope.
What size is the ROV? Do you have a decent camera?
It's pretty small and fast, but it's only got a basic camera and lights.
You can't be
Dr. Lynch.
But he's an amateur. If I get an ROV, I'll be able to...
You can't afford an ROV, Mr. Ocean, just like you couldn't afford this dive. It was your decision to blow the film budget on CGI.
That iceberg looks amazing, and you know it. It'll make this film.
You're lucky we even paid to bring you down here at all, with the way you've treated us. It certainly won't be happening again.
Are we finished with this filming session, Mr. Ocean?
Yes, I guess so.
Then you're free to go, Dr. Lynch. We'll be in touch.
Yes, of course. Looking forward to it. CCGS Wilson, that's a Sedna, over.
Sedna, this is CCGS Wilson. Over.
I'm ready to head up.
How did you go with the filming?
It was interesting. I'll tell you about it when I surface.
No worries. See you soon.
He's a bit of a dick.
So, I've had a call from a Mr. Walsh.
Yeah, he was with Mr. Ocean. What did he say?
That he and Mr. Jones were impressed with your attitude and interest towards the wreck, and they'd like to hire us for a contract to film a fish?
A ghost fish. Apparently it's newly discovered, and the footage of it is worth quite a bit. It seems to live deep inside the wreck, and they need someone to film it with an ROV.
Ah, I wondered about that. They've paid to upgrade Predator's cameras and lights, and want us to dive tomorrow, weather permitting. How was Mr. Ocean?
Painful. How'd you go with the images?
No luck, unfortunately. I'd hoped we'd find something for Gillian.
Well, at least the images can be sent off to other teams.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where we go from here to find Henderson.
I hope Gillian has something for us. Hi, Gillian.
Howdy!
Oh, how are things?
Not going well, I'm afraid. We haven't had any luck with the images. I've searched through them all and haven't found anything relating to Henderson.
Nothing came up today.
Screw
on the wreck
Henderson,
either.
we gotta find that
My
fish.
research into the debris fields hasn't brought any new leads. I'm very sorry, but we've had no leads on William's gravesite for several days, and as per our contract,
Maybe it's because, you know,
on hold.
We understand.
he's
Look,
been
I appreciate
at the bottom
all
of the
work
ocean
you've
for
both
100
put
years.
into
Maybe
this
his
service
body's
so far.
decomposed,
And if
been
you do find
eaten
a new
by
lead, I'll be happy to reopen the
crustaceans.
search, but I just can't
Just
afford
a
to
thought.
keep you down there without anything solid to pursue.
It's okay. We were aware this might happen. We're thankful that we've had the opportunity to work with you.
This experience has been unforgettable.
We've managed to learn so much about William and his life in such a small amount of time.
I'm gonna
and
be
it's
honest, I
made a
can
huge
barely hear
difference
my
in
own
the
voice like
biography.
this.
You'll
That's
both
why
be
I'm kind of
credited in the
shouting
book,
a
of
little bit.
course.
Thanks. We'll continue to look for clues around the site and give you a call if we find anything new.
Thank you. I'm so sorry to have to pull out at such
Maybe,
a late stage.
It's fine. We understand.
I hope we'll speak again
Hey.
soon.
Well, that's great.
It's the nature of the job, unfortunately. Sometimes there's information popping up everywhere and then long periods of nothing in between.
What do we do now?
We continue with our dive tomorrow. We have funding for that at least. After that, I'm not sure.
In good news, we have some new gadgets for the ROV. The new lights and camera are over there on the table.
I'll get on
Nice.
it now then.
But, you know, we should call Trevor. If there is one thing that Trevor knows, it's pulling out late.
All finished.
See you tomorrow.
Alright, so I'm gonna do this part. Should probably plug in my phone.
Radio check.
Coming through clear, Dr. Lynch.
Something wrong?
No, just realizing this might be our last dive.
That's okay. I'm sure something will pop up. Even if it doesn't, we'll find another sponsor for next season.
Yeah.
Okay. Where should I look for this fish?
Mr. Walsh said it's usually spotted around E-deck.
Alright. I'll head down there and take a look around. Did he give any tips on how to do this?
He just said it's agile and very fast. Makes it difficult to capture on film.
Okay, so I'll need to be quick and try not to scare it off.
And remember to use the new red lights, too. The fish doesn't seem to see red light, so it shouldn't react.
I'll activate them when I get down there.
But seriously, John and Daisy. Funnel will go there. Like I said, I've been researching this for years. Should probably pull out now. This should help.
I think I found it.
Can you get it on film?
Yeah. I'll just get closer. Damn! It swam out. I'll have to find it again. I'll need to approach it slowly but not get too close. Frightens easily. Here it is. Here it is. I'll keep my distance and start recording.
here we see the ghost fish.
Ah, I noticed the camera. It's heading for the staircase.
It'll be harder to find if it gets out the ship.
I'll follow it. No, it got out!
Quickly, get after it.
Well, I guess it's gonna take us to Henderson, isn't it?
Okay, it stopped again.
Do you think you'll be able to get close enough for a clear shot?
Yeah, it's in a good spot here. I've got it.
Did you get enough footage?
Yeah, I think so. Do I need to do anything else while I'm here?
No, that's all you needed to do. You can change back to your normal lights again now. Ready to head back?
Not quite yet. I saw something behind the fish shimmer with the light. I'm gonna check it out.
Might as well. This will probably be our last dive.
It's a pocket watch. There's also clothing, a bowler hat, some shoes. It looks to be a Bible cover.
A Bible? Is there anything identifiable there? A name? Initials?
We need to mark this location, and I'll take photographs so we can verify everything in the lab.
I did not mean to do that. Give me...
All right, location is marked. Are you able to collect the pocket watch?
Yeah, it's just sitting on top. I'll leave the other items. WJ... Hey, Gene, I know it sounds unbelievable, but I think this might be Henderson.
Are you sure? I think you might be jumping to conclusions here.
Maybe, but with the initials on the watch and the Bible, I mean, it's possible.
Well, what should we do?
I'll head back to the surface.
I really hope you're right about this.
Come on. I told you, the fish was gonna lead us to Henderson.
Well, this watch is in excellent condition. You wouldn't even know it's been down there so long. The initials are engraved on the back, and the face shows the time the ship sank.
As we already know, Henderson's initials don't match any other first-class passengers. A watch like this would have only been owned by a wealthy man too.
It looks the same as the one in his photographs.
Titanic.
It must be a match.
The shoes and coats seem to be like the style Henderson preferred.
Hang on. I got this.
The Bible pages appear to be completely deteriorated, but the leather cover is intact.
I'm sold. I think it's time to contact Gillian and let her know.
I agree.
What is this?
Hello. How are you both?
Going well, Gillian. We have some good news for you.
Oh?
We think we found
dumb.
Henderson's final resting place.
Oh my, are you sure?
Bazooka Joe comic.
Where was he?
Even better.
He was near the back of the bow on the port side, close to the debris field we were scanning 2 days ago. I placed a marker and photographed some of the items at the location.
We also recovered a pocket watch from the site. It has the initials WJH engraved on the back.
Do you think it's possible it could be someone else's? Have you checked them against the photos I sent through?
Yes, the items match the photos.
We've found him.
Oh, you don't know how much this means to me, to finally find William's grave. I was starting to think I was wasting my time chasing ghosts in the Atlantic.
Now you have an ending for your biography.
Not just that. We have closure.
What would you like to do?
I want to come down on the next dive with you and place a memorial plaque at the site. I want to see it for myself.
Great idea.
What did you want to do with the items we've collected?
They'll be displayed in museums, alongside other people's recovered belongings. It's important that children learn about the tragedy of the Titanic.
It
These
is.
objects pulled from the ocean remain as reminders of the lives lost. And to thank you both, I want to fund our next expedition.
Our next expedition?
Where are we heading?
Hey, dumbass. You can't just leave a question open-ended like that. Like, where are we going on our next expedition? We're going to Pound Town! No, we're going to Hooters! Woohoo!
Sedna, this is CCGS Wilson.
This is Sedna. Go ahead. Over.
You should be coming up on the stern now, Dr. Lynch. About 200 meters and closing.
Thanks, Gene. I'll let you know when it starts to show up on my map.
Great. Excited to be back?
Yeah, it's been a long winter. Glad to be back in the driving seat.
Getting bored with the new toys in your lab at the university?
I appreciate all the funding we received after finishing the Henderson job. The attention generated was great for the department. It's just nice to be back out in the field again.
Good to hear. How far are you from the stern now? You must be almost ready to disengage autopilot.
Just reaching the ocean floor now.
Okay. Autopilot is disengaged. You'd better place a marker before we head too far.
Marker's been placed.
Interact with the button in front of the map to place one. Right. You can head towards the reciprocating engines then. The location is marked on your map, and the mission log has been updated.
So, this is a photography mission?
Yeah, we've been contracted to photograph a bunch of locations around the stern wreck. We've a couple of side tasks to carry out while we're here too, but I'll let you know as we get to them.
I don't think I've seen many photos of the stern.
Yeah. There aren't many photographs of the stern as it's not as accessible or photogenic as the bow. It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
A lot of structural damage as it sank, so most of the interior decks collapsed, and the starboard side is missing hull plating. But even through all the destruction, quite a few interesting features survived, so we'll be focusing on capturing these on camera. Historians have learned a lot by studying the differences in damage and deterioration between the bow and stern sections. The photographs we take today will help experts monitor the rate of decay for different areas.
Alright, I can see it up ahead. The engines are massive.
These two reciprocating engines weigh about 900 tons each and stand just over 9 meters tall. They were powered by the steam from the boiler rooms and turned the two side propellers. They also powered the turbine engines which turned the central propeller.
Looks like the upper decks have collapsed and draped over the cylinders.
Yeah, what used to be the first and second class kitchen galley is covering the starboard side, and parts of the sea deck are laying on the port side.
Whoa, what a mess. I think I'm close enough for a photo.
Great. You'll need to deploy the ROV and use the camera.
Ah, the Predator. Has anything changed on the ROV since I last operated it?
Yeah. It's had a few upgrades thanks to the additional funding. Top quality transmitters have been fitted, so you shouldn't have any issues going out of range of Sedna.
Great. Right. I've taken a photo. What's next?
You can get out of camera mode by pressing and releasing the info button again. From this menu, you can also see the ROV's map, with your next goal location and mission log visible. You should head towards the second class entrance on the boat deck.
Can I get there in the ROV, or do I need to bring the submersible?
Up to you, really. The range on the ROV is enough to cover the entire stern, but you might like to use the submersible to light up your photographs better. To get back into the submersible, press the return button.
Right. I'll head to the second class entrance now.
You might like to swing past the starboard side before you head up to the boat deck. You can kind of see the turbine and dynamo engines through the missing hull. You'll need to be at ground level to look in, just forward of the strip of boat deck hanging down.
Ah, nice. The dynamos generated all the electricity on board, right?
Yeah. Titanic had 4 steam-driven generators that powered the lights, heating, fans, Marconi radio equipment, clocks, telephones, cranes, and elevators. She also had 2 backup generators on D-deck for emergencies, and they were run every night, just in case. Titanic really was a state-of-the-art ship with all the latest conveniences.
What's so special about the second class entrance? Why are we heading there?
The Olympic class liners were the first to provide second-class passengers with an elevator, and the elevator equipment can be seen at the second-class entrance.
Ah.
The elevator ran through the central well of the forward second-class staircase and accessed the boat deck through to the F deck, skipping A deck. An elevator steward was allocated to each of the 4 elevators on board. They manually moved the elevator up and down the shaft using a lever connected to the motors. A good steward could stop the elevator level with each deck and assisted passengers with information about onboard facilities.
Forget it, I'm doing this with the ROV.
Alright, I'm at the second class entrance. It's not in great shape.
The walls of the entrance are propping the equipment up, but it's leaning to port and unstable. Be careful not to get too close when taking the photograph.
Right.
Why do I keep doing that?
Done. Where to next?
Next up is the starboard A-deck crane, just aft of here. I've updated your map and mission log.
I'll head there now. I didn't realize any cranes survived on the stern.
Yeah. This is the only one still attached. It was electric, like the other cranes on board, and was used to access the number 4 hatch on B-deck. The stern holds 4, 5, and 6 were mostly used for storing third-class baggage and refrigerated food supplies.
Right. Alright, I'm at the crane. I'll get the camera ready. Done.
Great! On to the aft mast. Like the foremast, the aft mast has collapsed, but you'll see it's fallen to port and leaning over the edge of the B-deck hull.
Leaning to port? Was that from the impact?
The stern was spiraling as it landed, and everything shifted to port, including the upper decks. It's more noticeable from the starboard side, but you can see the C-deck second-class promenade windows don't line up with the lower deck walls by about 3 meters.
I had no idea the impact was so violent.
Yeah. The stern was traveling at roughly 60 kilometers per hour when it hit the ground. A lot of debris trailed out of the stern as it spun, and the jagged edges of the exposed decks were folded back or peeled off. The implosion damage had blown out the walls and sides, so the upper decks were lacking supports and collapsed on top of each other as it landed. The only reason the stern has some structure now is the watertight bulkheads remain.
60 kilometers, that's about, what, 36 miles? Give or take? Actually, wait, 5? Wait, 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles, so that would be about, I'd say 37.2 miles per hour. Hang on, let's see.
Photograph has been taken. Is it just me, or does this mast look shorter than the foremast?
Yeah, this aft mast is slightly shorter than the foremast. Only the bottom section of both masts remains. The top 4.5 meters were teak and have since disintegrated.
Okay, what's next?
We're heading aft again. Over to the starboard side this time. I'll mark it on your map.
What should I be looking for?
We're moving towards a piece of decking, sticking up out of the collapsed decks. A loose section of the well deck fell fast enough that it managed to slice through the decks just forward of watertight bulkhead O.
Whoa.
The exposed joists on top can pose a threat for the ROV. Make sure you don't get too close.
Right, I'll keep my distance.
I am a terrible human being. I am a disgrace to my family. Then again, aren't we all disgraces to our families? If you watch my content, you definitely are.
Sam, why is the decking here collapsed so much more than the port side?
This area suffered massive implosion damage. The stern still had pockets of air as it sank, and the outside pressure increased to a point where the surrounding water forced its way into these pockets. The implosion was powerful enough to strip away all the cabin walls and supports from this area, leaving the decks to collapse on top of each other.
Survivors reported hearing underwater explosions. Do you think that was the stern imploding?
Yeah, that's the current opinion. Ships don't go down quietly.
Okay, what's next?
We've been asked to recover a tile from the decking just aft of here. There is a small pile of tiles from the third-class general room, and we can grab one from the top of the pile.
I'm gonna wait for the ROV to return for a second. Oh. Hang on, let me just cut the audio real quick. I'm apparently getting a phone call. Yeah?
You work tonight, buddy?
Yeah?
Yeah? Okay, I wasn't sure. Just checking.
Alright.
You got your work shirt there with you?
Yep.
Alright, pal.
Alright.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
I wanted because I went into Joey's room. Joey, I thought you were a kid in this game. Aren't you a kid?
No, I'm an adult.
What? What's your name?
I am a responsible adult with a wife and 7 children, and I don't know.
You don't have 7 children. What is that from?
So, this tile was originally from the general room. Was that near here?
Yeah. The
I believe my character's name is Ethan Lynch. He's a doctor.
We'll pass them as we head over
Right.
The general room was used as a covered communal space for families and friends to talk and enjoy music, similar to the open space in the bow. The smoking room next door was strictly for men and was somewhere they could relax and order a drink. If passengers wanted a bit of fresh air, they could head out onto the well deck. The destruction wasn't limited to the top of the ship. The propellers were bent up at an angle of 20 degrees. The current
Amalia.
position of the propeller is 7 meters below.
Guess what part of the ship I'm on?
The stern was traveling at about 60 to 80
Huh?
kilometers per hour and spun
Either the bow or the stern.
rotations before hitting the ocean floor. Decks were bent back and the sides aren't connected. The sides must have come apart on the way down because they're bent too far out to be damaged from the impact. The central propeller has been thought to be a 4-blade like Olympics, but Harland and Wolff records show a 3-blade was fitted to Titanic.
Yeah? No, I'm trying to charge mine before I have to go to work. I don't know. You think I have time to actually... You think I'm able to look at how much of a battery I have left on my phone when I'm in VR? I didn't even see my phone was ringing. Here. Now, where is this again? It's... I'm gonna recall the ROV. Amalia. What is that?
What?
Look at what I'm looking at right now.
I can't. You're in front of the TV. The blade.
What's it called?
The blade of the ship.
Boy. Boy. You're wrong. It is.
Okay, Dr. Lynch. We are nearing the end of our dive. We have a couple of more tasks to complete before returning to the surface.
Right. What's next?
We have a special assignment from a company called VR Education, who are currently building a virtual model of the Titanic shipwreck.
VR Education. Isn't that the company that made this game?
New generations of kids and adults will be able to explore the wreck long after it's gone. She's been sitting here on the bottom of the ocean for over a century now, and is expected to disappear by 2030, thanks to hungry bacteria.
That's 10 years from now.
And slowly dissolving her.
Yeah, it really is sad. It'll soon be just a memory. But this sounds like a worthwhile project. What's the assignment they've asked for?
The developers at VR Education have asked us to place a plaque on the stern next to the one Dr. Ballard placed back in the 80s. The plaque is in your ROV inventory, ready to be placed.
Okay. Where's Dr. Ballard's plaque located?
Ballard placed the plaque between two roller fair leads on the extreme aft starboard side of the stern. I will mark the location on your map.
Thanks, Gene. I'm on my way now. Okay, I'm on location now. I can see Dr. Ballard's plaque.
Great. Once you've placed it, please take a photo so we can send it to the people at VR Education.
See right there, Amalia. My favorite sister. Are you looking? Look at this. In memory of those souls who perished with the Titanic, April 14th, 15th, 1912. Dedicated to William H. Tamm IV, whose dream to find the Titanic has been realized by Dr. Robert D. Ballard, the officers and members of the Titanic Historical Society, Incorporated, 1986. Alexa, stop.
What was that?
This plaque is dedicated to the memory of all who lost their lives on the sinking RMS Titanic on the 15th of April, 1912. This plaque is located on the ship's final area of refuge before she plunged into the depths of the icy ocean. May those who perished find peace at their eternal destination. Team VR Education. Oh, wait.
Photo taken. The plaque reads, This plaque is dedicated to the memory of all those who lost their lives on the sinking of RMS Titanic on the 15th of April, 1912. This plaque is located on the ship's final area of refuge before she plunged into the depths of the icy ocean. May those who perished find peace at their eternal destination.
Very poignant. It's sad to know that many of the victims on that tragic night spent their last few moments clinging to life in this very spot. It was the last part of Titanic to submerge.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't imagine what it would have been like. This whole trip was a big honor. I feel like this one's gonna stick with me.
I love this
Me
game.
too. It was a pleasure guiding you on your dives, Dr. Lynch. I hope we can get to do this again someday.
Don't mention it. You performed brilliantly. Yeah, I think it's time to call it a day. Let's hope we get some funding to come back here in the future. I'm sure there's a lot more to be discovered.
Me too. Just hit the autopilot to return to the ship.
Come on, recall Predator first. Activate the autopilot. I've been playing this for less than 2 weeks. Jesus. Oh, so I can actually do the experience of, you know, the sinking or a wreck tour. And I can do a sandbox where I just check out the bow and the stern as long as I want. I'm definitely gonna have to do that at some point. That's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. This was actually a lot of fun. Because like I said, I've been playing, like, I've been learning about the Titanic my entire life. Mainly because of my dad. But still, very interesting history to learn about. So, yeah. Like I said, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, click the bell, turn on notifications. And until next time, I'm Reading Gaming. I want to say stay frosty, but no. Most of the people, like, a lot of people actually died of hypothermia. Because, like, when they were in the water waiting for the lifeboats to pick them up, or waiting for the Carpathia. So, I'm not going to say stay frosty. He says saying it like 5 times. You get the point. Goodbye, everyone.